Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. So normally I do this for Hunt Showdown, but there's also a survey for Arc Raiders that I filled out. I'm gonna drop the link to that in the description and pinned comment, so you can check that out. I don't know how long the survey will be open, so yeah, good luck. I hope you can still do that. Enough talk, let's jump into the survey. Alrighty, and I would say we just dive into it. Hello Raiders, we're excited to hear your thoughts on your gaming experiences. The survey is designed to gather your insights on gameplay, preferences, what makes Arc Raiders truly stand out for you, and where we can make it even better. It will just take a few minutes to complete, and your feedback is invaluable to us. Thank you for being part of our community. Let's dive in. Okay, then let's do some rating here. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the following aspects? Visual appeal, the way this game looks, including artistic style and quality. Pretty high. I like the art style of the game quite a bit. I'm not a huge fan of the skins, actually. The skins are kind of whatever for me. They are a little bit too goofy, almost. It's weird that people run around in, like, astronaut suits, in post-apocalyptic theme that is kind of, and everything is a little bit too tidy, but okay. There's one thing, though, and I don't know if this will come later, is the lighting. The lighting is not good. In dark areas, people just vanish, and the flashlight is not doing much. You use the flashlight, and it has like 3 meters or 4 meters of reach, and then everything around us is just getting darker. So you have this light cone, where sure it helps a little bit, but around the light cone, it gets even darker. It's kind of weird. So they need to work on this. Also, when you fight people who are indoors and you're outdoors, you can barely see them and they see you clear as day. And this is just not how lighting works. During daytime, I can look into houses and then I see people. Not that I'm doing this on a regular basis, okay? I don't go to people's houses and check what's happening there. Sound design, the way this game sounds, including music and sound effects. I'm gonna rate this as a 3, and I will probably get some flack in the comment section for this. The way the Arc sounds is a solid 5. It's incredible. How the guns sound, that's pretty good too. What I do not like, though, are footsteps. Footsteps are way too quiet. They're way too quiet. People just walk over to you. They don't even sneak up. They walk over to you, they blast you, and it's hard to hear while you loot. Even with some traits into, you know, looting, being a little bit more quiet and stuff like that, it's not good. You should hear people way further than you hear them right now, in my opinion. So, since that kind of impacts PvP drastically, this is already 1 point, and the next thing is verticality. Sometimes when people fight and it's above me, it can be 1 floor and can be, I don't know, 20 floors. It's so weird when you find on the dam map, at the research tower, the comms tower, at the bottom, and you can hear people fighting at the top as if it's just 1 floor above you. So sure, music is great, sound effects are great, but footsteps are awful, and verticality is not good either. Okay, so I'm actually neutral here. Mood, the style and tone for this game. Yeah, okay, so it's not my preferred style. I like it when it's gritty, when it's grimdark. I like the Stalker series. I like my Hunt Showdown, Escape from Tarkov, from, you know, a mood setting, and Hunger that will come out early 2026. I'm not shilling here, but I get the question every time I mention the game. So I think it's okay. The story, a backstory to events in this game. I think this is very cool. I like that the story is included as community events. Community events in-game are great. You can track them, for example, when we unlocked Stellar Montes together. That's stuff that I love. It's not too complex. It's very easy to understand, and I don't need to visit a web browser to check the progress. So this is something I would like to see in Hunt Showdown, actually. We had a lot of community events with the Bile-Weavers and everything else, and pick a side for PvP, where you had to go Camp A or Camp B for the legendary skins and track that. Yeah, that's cool, but you barely notice that in-game. And the consequences for that are kind of whatever. Theme, the fictional universe for this game. I'm actually very satisfied. I'm happy that there's finally a game without zombies. The Ark are fantastic as enemies. This is, I would say, benchmark right now, how good AI can be. Sure, it's easier to make robots look intelligent because, well, our understanding of something intelligent when it comes to robots is rather low compared to a human, right? If a robot bounces against a wall, we're like, stupid machine. if a human AI gets stuck at a wall, it looks dumb. So, but still, the way the Ark behaves, it moves, it's scary. And I love it. Characters in the game that you play as or interact with, not a huge fan of it. Too cartoonish, colors too vibrant, it's kind of... But that's a me thing, that is just personal opinion. This is not me saying something is bad. There's also something that is very important. You need to understand the difference between, oh, I don't like something, and something is objectively bad. Like, for example, the lighting in the footsteps, this is just bad, but how the characters look, this is just not my thing. Rules, the rules of the game modes and systems in this game. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with this. I also like that you can basically do as many free runs as you want. This is something that I did not like in Escape from Tarkov, that you had a long cooldown on your free scav, and sometimes you spawn in and you die, and then the freebie run is over. Sometimes you have a bad day and you just want to run a few free kits. You just don't want to, you know, you want to raid without a care in the world and then just queue 5 or 6 free kits for an hour and that's it. Player choice, how much freedom you have and what choices you make in this game. I like this, actually. I'm very satisfied with this. So you can go in there, you can do quests, you can go in there, you can farm XP, you can kill Ark, you can kill players. It's up to you. It's a nice sandbox environment. There is no clear definition of goal or what's winning in Ark Raiders. Well, you could say extracting is winning, but lots of choices that you can make. Sometimes I just go and do my trials. Sometimes I just go and hunt the matriarch with the whole server or the queen. Sometimes, you see, you can just pick whatever you want. Game balance. How well balanced the different player types and items are in this game. This is too early to tell. They recently nerfed the Venator. I think that was a good choice. That thing was a little bit OP, a little bit too oppressive. There we go. I like though that the gray weapons are solid once they get upgraded to level 4. Nobody would call a Stitcher or a Pharaoh level 4 bad. That would just be weird. There are a few weapons that might need a little bit of a buff. I can play in a free kit a Stitcher with 20 rounds, that's okay. Playing a Rattler with 10 though, I don't know, maybe make the upgrades weaker for the Rattler, but the base version a little bit stronger. And since you do not have a magazine reload, you reload the single bullets, you have almost no bullets, and the reloading takes forever in PvP. So, yeah, difficult. Game difficulty. How appropriate the level of play difficulty is. Very satisfied. I like this. At the beginning, it's funny because your opinion changed, right? At the beginning, I found the base Ark, so the Hornet and the Wasp, a little bit too annoying. But now with changing my playstyle, always being close to cover or trying to, rarely going in the open, paying a little bit more attention to that, I can handle it. Sometimes though, when you have PvP, there is still a little bit of bad luck. And they just cross your path and not the opponent's path. And then 2 Hornets and you might just have light ammo on you in the moment. Oh, that, you know, because you're running a freebie, that can be a bit difficult. So, yeah, maybe 4. Maybe 4. Yeah, maybe the base AI, if you go with free ones. I like that the, you know, the Bastion and the Rocketeer are actual threats. That is nice. Sure, you can use the new Deadly Mine and whatnot to one-shot some of these things, but that's also a huge investment. So I think that is fine. With regular gear, they're not that easy to take down. Also, I think they nerfed explosives. So I didn't try the Hull Cracker yet since the update today or yesterday. So let's see. But I like it. I like it. The higher tier Ark should be difficult, and the special Ark like the Queen and the Matriarch is something where you need, well, more people to kill that thing. Offering goals. How clearly the game represents different goals to complete. Yeah, no, this was very satisfying. This is also something that I liked in Escape from Tarkov or Marauders or the Cycle from... You pick your goal. I just want to loot. I just want to get crafting materials. I want specific crafting materials. I just want to explore. I just want to hunt. It's a little bit of a redundant question, though. We talked about that already, didn't we? Variety of content, how diverse the game's content is. Honestly, pretty high up there. I would say 4.5 to be fair, because we have quite some maps. Remember Hunt Showdown started with one map, or Escape from Tarkov with like the old customs, which was horrible. So I think we have quite a lot of content. We have some guns, we have some ARC, and honestly adding more and more ARC. They're doing that already. For example, what's it called? The Shredder, right? That we have in Salamontes. I can see that one, maybe explore other maps. And you can just go wild. There is hardly any limit. You can just create more robots. I mean, just. Huge understatement, I'm aware of that. But Escape from Tarkov can only add so much more human AI, right? Maybe you add more tanks, I don't know, that would be kind of weird though. But when you have non-human AI, there's just no limit. There's no limit. They can do every bigger patch, bring a new robot AI, new ARC that hunts you. There can be ambush AI, maybe underground AI that burrows, like a mechanical sandworm or something like that. You can go absolutely nuts with this, which is amazing. Easy of learning. How easy is to learn how to play? It's very easy. It's very easy. Compared to other games, Hunt Showdown has a very steep learning curve. I think Arc Raiders not so much. Sure, if you want to be the top 0.1% in PvP, there's always more that you can learn. But for learning the basics of the game, to get the ball rolling, you play a few days and you're good to go. You have a map, easy to understand, easy to read, ping system is good, onboarding is good, tutorial is good, you have a shooting range. Nice. When you compare this with other games, like Escape from Tarkov, it's hard just for the sake of being hard, because no military-trained soldier would go into a territory without a map, and if he does, then he knows the area, in my opinion. So that's always kind of mind-boggling. I know we have the basic maps in Tarkov, but they are dog shit. Easy of control. How easy is to control your character the way you want? I mean, it's easy to control, but very often my character gets... You know what? I'm actually gonna go here. Let me explain. Very often my character gets stuck. And very often when I try to climb rocks outside, I just slide down, and this triggers me. This triggers me so much. The amount of PvP battles that I lost because I was sliding down, this needs another pass. This needs another check from the map designers or Q&A. And it happens almost at every rock formation. That is super annoying and something that they can hopefully fix. Everything else, though, rather easy. User interface, menus, and on-screen elements that display information. Now, here's the thing. I think the user interface from the game is good, but getting a loadout ready is a pain in the butt. This is just bad, okay? You have to go through so many screens to get a loadout ready. It's not very fun, and there are definitely some shortcuts. I saw already some design concepts, and I don't know if that was from the community or from ARK themselves. Right-click a weapon, and then you select the attachments. When you have the materials, you craft it automatically. Stuff like that. Have a few loadouts, like loadout 1 to 4, and you're good to go. Loadout presets nowadays should be baseline. At least in a game where you have so many equipment slots. If it would just be, okay, equip 2 guns and go, then whatever. But in Hunt Showdown, it's nice because you have so many tools and consumables, and the weapons, and the custom ammo. Nice. And here it's the same. You have so many tools, consumables, attachments for the weapons. This is probably the #1 user interface thing that annoys me right now. Getting a loadout ready takes too long. Too many clicks. So that's something that I hope they can fix. Is that it already? Oh no, there we go. Okay, so this will take a little bit longer apparently. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the following aspects? Action, dynamic, high-paced movement, and combat. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I like that we have finally a faster-paced game compared to Hunt Showdown or even Escape from Tarkov. The movement is, of course, a little bit arcadish, and with a little bit, that's probably an understatement. The whole thing with third person and combat, that's just not my thing. But I know a lot of people love it. I'm not going to discuss this again because I did it already plenty of times. I have to adapt. I have to change the playstyle. You can't just aggressively push because people will pre-aim, sidestep, and shoot you before you can even react. So at the same time, it's not high-paced, but it is high-paced. It's awkward. But from an action point of view, I like it. The third-person perspective is just something that I don't like. There should be a first-person mode, and I see it always in the comment section. Yeah, nobody picks first-person if there's like third-person. No, of course you have different cues for that. Okay. Thrill, intense and fast-paced situations. Yeah, the thrill is, in my opinion, yeah, maybe 4. If you have some nice blueprints or some really good gear, you don't want to die with that. Or you just finished one of your radar challenges, your trials. You get all 3 stars, but keep in mind you have to extract to actually get credit for that. On the other hand, you can get gear very fast, very quickly. So even if you die with some good loot, it's kind of whatever. So I would like a little bit more punishment. Punishment is maybe the wrong word. More consequences when you die. Maybe because a Stitcher level 4 and a Pharaoh level 4 is very easy to get with some playing, and it's so good that you can compete with most of it out there. I don't know, but on the other hand, I like it that you can compete with basic upgraded gear. Tough question. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Curiosity, wondering what might happen next. Huh? How satisfying are you with the following aspect? Curiosity, wondering what might happen next. What do you mean? How many times I get extraction camped in this game? Or third corner ambushed? Third corner. Third person perspective corner ambush. Not really. Kind of neutral to that one. Humor. Fun and entertaining dialogues, actions, and situations. I don't need the voice lines from the AI, from the traders. But VoIP is great in this game. It adds a lot to the situations. I love it. That will probably become less and less because already a couple of weeks after release, you can feel it that people are not that friendly anymore. Especially in teams. Like, teams is an absolute meat grinder, PvP all the way, 95% of the time. Solo queue, different topic. But I like it. Competition, competing, and striving for victory. But where's the competition in these extraction games? I don't see it. I mean, there are leaderboards for your trials, but they kind of whatever for me. I don't care about this. So dissatisfied is probably wrong. I'm neutral to this because I don't really care about competition. I'm not a competitive player anymore. These times are over. I did it with StarCraft and Counter-Strike, so nah. Team play, co-op, collaborating and interacting with other players. Satisfied. The only thing that I'm missing is that you can do basic reses to like picking up other solos without a defib. Now, I know. Oh my god, Mike, the griefing will be all over the place. Of course you can decline a revive. That would be great. Because sometimes there's a misunderstanding or you want to save somebody and I don't always bring a defib. And sometimes I don't find one. So I think it should be possible to pick up other solos or in general players because, you know, misunderstanding or you want to team up and sometimes people are nice. But of course there's the option for the other guy to just block the revive because of griefing. Alright, the mastery, becoming skilled and gaining expertise. So we're talking here about the skill trees, question mark? So these things could be explained a little bit better, what exactly they want from us, but I think we're just talking here about the mastery trees, becoming skilled and gaining expertise. So just learning the game, becoming better, yeah, definitely. I'm satisfied with that. When it comes to the skill trees though, I don't know if this will come later. Skill trees, I'm not a huge fan of them. 2 things. First, I'm always looking at my hands because I did some airbrushing and now there's a little bit of yellow there. First thing, put values to the traits. Oh, you can carry a little bit more. How much exactly? Oh, you can run a little bit faster. Oh, you consume a little bit less stamina. Yeah, but how much exactly? This is annoying. So if I want to have a min-max build or just a build that fits my style, I want to know what's behind the text in numbers. And on top of that, whenever they change something for balance reason, and don't get me wrong, there was the one on the right to breach the lockers. That thing was busted. Okay, the loot from these lockers was way too good, and there were like multiple lockers per map, so if it would only be one, okay, but there were multiple ones. So I understand that they nerfed it, and it was good. However, people should get, you know, a respect then. if you tinker a lot with the traits and change a lot, well, there is no respec in this game. So whenever they touch the talent trees and they do really major changes like this one, people should get 1 respec. Or maybe per expedition, like 1 prestige, you get 1 respec or something like that. But okay. Progression, making something stronger or experiencing growth. I think we have a lot there. Upgrading weapons. We can do the expedition thing. You can do your stash. But that's kind of it. So maybe a little bit more. I'm not experiencing growth that much anymore. I have all the workbenches upgraded. That didn't take me very long. Except the med station, but only because I'm too lazy to do it. And now I'm just grinding for the expedition because I want to try that out. You level up at a nice pace, I would say, so that's good. But again, these traits sometimes don't feel too impactful because you don't always know the values behind them. I would like to see a little bit more here for a top score. Achievement, overcoming difficulties or completing missions. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that because some of them are challenging. I don't know how I feel about that you have to extract to get credit for your trials. I think it's good. Adds a little bit to the challenge. Yeah, otherwise it would be too easy. Okay. Difficult. If they talk about getting loot, I think getting loot is still too freaking easy in this game. But fighting the higher tier arcs, the trials, let's see. Affection, caring about it, interacting with characters. There's nothing. I don't care about my character at all. I don't. It's just you could give me a clone as a character and I would not care. That's weird though. Affection, caring about and interacting with characters. Dude, I don't care about the vendors at all. There's like 0 empathy going on here from my side for them or their story or whatever. But I'm not a story guy. But, yeah, whatever. Collection, collecting and winning items or characters. I don't care about this either. So I think I'm just not the right target audience for that. But since I don't care about it, I think it would be lame to, you know, be very dissatisfied if I'm just not caring about it. Customization, cosmetics, ability to create your own thing, style. Actually, I'm very dissatisfied with this one. Funny, right? I just don't like the skins. I bought exactly 0. I have the one from the pre-order thing, and that's it. And I didn't spend a single dime on a cosmetic because they don't reflect for me post-apocalyptic survival. They are like a Halloween dress-up thing. So, yeah. But again, you could argue, well, Mike, that's just your taste. Sure, but if you ask me about cosmetics, then it's fair. Adventure, exploring the world and discovering new features. I love this. This is nice. I like exploring. I'm still not done with exploring. I like to do all these puzzles, these mini quests. Nice. Fantasy, becoming someone else or experiencing a different world. Do I roleplay? Not really. I'm not a role player. Tactics, strategy, finding solutions and planning strategies. This is very nice. You can do so much with the jolt mine or the explosive trip mines, stun grenades, smoke grenades, the different tactical augments that you can carry that like spawn a smoke bomb or that you always can rack up to 75 HP while being downed. There are a lot of options for your loadouts, which is really freaking cool. Social, collaborating and interacting with friends, very satisfied. I'm sure sometimes people betray you, but for now it's the minority. I'm just not pushing any buttons anymore. I learned my lesson. Yep, I did. And sometimes people have to crawl with me to Speranza because I down them because they're kind of sus. But otherwise, I like playing with friends. I enjoy solo play again a little bit more due to the VoIP moments that I don't have in teams that often. Dang. Okay, there's actually more. Rate your agreement to the following statements. This is a game with deep systems that are rewarding to learn. No. Nah, no offense. This game is great, okay? I love it. But deep system? Where exactly? There is not a lot of depth in these things. I'm sorry. Even the skill trees are... yeah. Okay. But I don't see any deep system here where I could really deep dive something that will take probably weeks or months to complete. Maybe they will add it though, or maybe I just don't see it. But hey, if you disagree with me, drop it in the comment section and maybe I'll learn something. The loot that I find in this game is useful. Yeah. Everything is useful. And if I don't need it in a moment, I can salvage it, which is pretty freaking great. So, honestly, strongly agree. If you don't play with tools and consumables, you're missing out, especially in PvP. I have clear goals I want to accomplish in the game. Yeah, strongly agree as well. Right now, the goal is expedition or just stockpile more loot. It's very simple. I always have a goal, and if it's just killing people. So, pretty happy with that one. It feels like I was continually making progress in the game. Yes. If I focus on making progress, I can. Is it necessary that every time I go into a raid, I need to make progress? Not really, right? Sometimes I just want to mess around and dub around. Progression systems motivate me to continue playing this game. Slightly disagree. And honestly, you have to be really careful. If the progression system is what keeps people going, the gameplay loop should keep people going, not the progression. Progression is nice, but if you have a good gameplay loop, I mean, where's the progression on Showdown? The prestige system? Pfft. I didn't prestige in ages, and I love the game. Because I think the PvP loop is so great. And this is what you should aim for, because once the gameplay loop becomes fun and people just play for the heck of it and not for the progression, they stay. So I like progression arc raiders, that I always have something to do and grind towards to, but you should be careful that this is not your main reason why your people play the game. Because at one point it will be difficult to always add new progression. So yeah. It doesn't really motivate me to continue playing the game. What motivates me playing the game, funny void moments, and just shooting people. And shooting Ark. I feel tense playing this game as anything can happen. Yeah. I agree with this one. PvP can always happen most of the time when I'm looking into a container though, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah. Tension is there. But you can also play stress-free with the free kits if you want to. Just drop Stellar Montes with a free kit. I mean, if half your inventory is pink, then yeah, tension will still be there. I like it. Ark is currently a game that I even, you know, if it's just half an hour, play off stream too. Like on stream, it's faster paced, right? I try to push for engagements, and sometimes when I play off stream, I just, you know, skedaddle around, crouch around in the shadows, and that's pretty fun too. I can use different strategies to tackle the challenges the world presents. Yeah, strongly agree. There are so many ways to engage Ark and to play the game. It's great. This game requires thoughtful planning. I think what this game requires is that you can think very quickly on your feet. That you can adapt to situations almost instantly because you get ambushed so much. Or at least I get ambushed so much. Thoughtful planning means you sit somewhere and prepare. So, don't know how I feel about that one. It needs some planning in building your loadout when you want to achieve something, when you want to hunt something. Yeah, sure. But beyond that, yeah, okay, a bit. I have a chance to succeed even in unfavorable combat encounters. Nope, strongly disagree. I mean, there's always a chance, don't get me wrong. But most of the time, when somebody breaks your shield and plays aggressively, it's very rough to come back with this one. Especially in close range encounters. If you are looting a container and somebody starts lighting you up with a Stitcher, hell, almost never you come back. You struggle with getting distance because the guy is as fast as you. Or should be. And everything takes forever in PvP to use. So, yeah. Rarely you have a chance to come back. I did it sometimes. I released just the last episode. I get ambushed a couple times and I come back. But I come back because I have a blue shield. And that's what carried me. Otherwise, with a green shield, I would have died every freaking time. So, I think they... Can you even solve this, though? Here's the thing, right? I hate complaining about something or complaining. let's say criticizing, because it's criticizing, not complaining, without having a solution. It's easy to criticize something, but coming up with a solution is, well, difficult. High tier loot and weapons give an advantage combat. Yes, I agree. The difference between blue and green shield is noticeable and saved my ass plenty of times. Is high tier gear a free win? No, it's not. If I ambush somebody, a Stitch of 4 melts you very quickly too. Like you tap somebody with a Pharaoh and then you go in with the Stitcher and you have some good aim. Yeah, you always have a chance. I think the chance comes from having a good opener / ambush. I generally understand why I die or fail. Kinda. Because sometimes people shoot me with a Stitcher and it does nothing, and sometimes they do and I melt. So the damage report would be nice to show where they hit me and what dealt this tremendous amount of damage. I feel like I can get better even when I fail to extract. Depends. In a fair fight, yes. If I get extraction camp, not so much. And sometimes you just step on people that are hiding in the dark and they farm you. That is probably a #1 issue right now in the game. The narrative or environment contributes to my immersion in this game. The narrative, not so much, but the environment with the arc, yes, it does. Rate your agreement to the following statements. I thought this would be a short survey, but hey, I enjoy playing the game. Yes, I do. Now, people always, but Mike, you criticize the game so much. You know, if I still like 80% of the game, just because I don't like 20 doesn't mean I don't play the game. I don't like 100% of Showdown either. But if third-person perspective will not get touched, which I think the devs mentioned already they won't, they need to fix the lighting. And I think that's something that they can do rather quickly. And they need to do something against the extraction camping, because that is getting really, really boring. So these two things would already help, and then I would need to play again for a couple weeks and see what the next thing could be. I was easily immersed in the game. Yeah, I'm not really an immersion player. I want to continue playing this game in the future. Yes, I agree. It's nice to play this together with Showdown, because from the pacing they're so different. I don't know how it will look like though once Hunger drops, because Hunger is more from the art style and the pace my cup of tea. I feel frustrated playing this game. Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time I'm okay though. This game is confusing to play. Strongly disagree. There's nothing, for me, there's nothing confusing about this. This game feels unique and stands out compared to other games. Yes, mostly because of the arc. Everything else existed already. But Arc Raiders is the first PvPvE game that actually implements AI that is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, the AI in Showdown is not bad, but it's more, yeah, okay, it exists. But yeah, I don't boot up Hunt and say, oh yeah, today I'm gonna farm 1,000 hellhounds, or I'm gonna hunt some meatheads. Right? Because you don't get anything from them. But okay. I would recommend this game to my friends or peers. If you can handle the third-person perspective, yes. Overall, I'm satisfied with this game. Yeah, I am. That sounds a lot like the end. Nice. Please describe what you liked most about the Arc Raiders. Please describe what you didn't like about this game and what could be improved. Okay, first of all, here I said already, lighting. Darkness hides people too. Well, I mean, if they, you know, maybe they watched the video, who knows? And extraction camping. Too easy, hard to counterplay. And honestly, I see a lot of people say, well, just bring tagging grenades, just bring smoke grenades. Let's be real here. I need to bring smoke grenades, according to these people, to loot people that I downed, to loot big arc, to go around corners, to go through the open, to loot a container, and also to check every bush that is on the damn map. It's just not realistic, okay? Please dodge me with this, oh, just smoke everything, or tag everything, or throw a nade in every bush. Because people who are careful, you will not get them with that. But okay. Please describe what you like most about Arc Raiders. Honestly, that is VoIP and Arc AI. Yep. I think it summarizes it. Cool. Complete. And that's it for today. Don't forget, if you like these updates or survey videos, a like would be appreciated. Podcast episodes are a thing on this channel now, but I like doing it. I like discussing it. I like to read the comments too. So, nice. And yes, I know, I need a new chair. It's already falling apart. But hey, thank you very much to my patrons for supporting the channel. You guys are, as always, fantastic. And, as always, if you could check out the Linktree and have a look, maybe you like something that I share from my social life. Hey, who knows? And then, right here, you know the drill by now, right? I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.